What's good, budget fam? It's your boy Sneakerhead on a budget, one of the hardest moving sneakerheads on YouTube. Go give me a like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel because YouTube be holding us down out here, budget fam.
Stop it. Get some help.
So boom. So this is gonna be a quick discussion about the movie Air. The movie was really good, guys. I'm not gonna do a whole review because I'm terrible at that. I'm terrible at telling stories. You can ask the wife. I'm terrible at talking about what happened here and there because I start messing stuff and rambling. So we're not gonna do that. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna talk about how actually really good the movie was. Now, I knew some things from watching documentaries before and 30 for 30s and all this other stuff and about Sonny, what he did for the Nike brand and the Jordan brand. And I've seen all of this stuff in a little bit, but this was like a cool insight of a movie where how they got Jordan to sign with the brand when he didn't really actually like Nike. He liked Adidas. And it was really cool how they broke that down. Now, a big question was, especially when they talked about this movie actually coming out, was how was this movie going to be without a Jordan? Like, who's going to play Jordan? Like, the focus point, like, I was telling my wife about this after we seen the movie. It was cool seeing a movie about Jordan, but not about Jordan in the same sense, if that makes sense to you guys.
How, Sway?
Hopefully you guys understand that. It was about how Jordan got to Nike, but it really wasn't about Jordan. It was about everybody in the background, everybody from Phil Knight to Sonny to a bunch of other people who really, who created the shoe, who developed the shoe, the struggle to get there, everybody's individual story and arc, and how they all came together to this moment where they actually was able to get Jordan into a meeting and sit down. There's some really creative stuff in there. Now, I don't know every moment to be true. I do know that the first shoe that they showed Jordan, I don't believe it had the Wings logo on it. I believe it had the Air Jordan on there before they put the Wings on it. But I'm not going to sit there and go through that with you guys. You guys definitely need to go see that movie. But I'm telling you guys, as a sneakerhead, this movie was actually really dope. I can't tell you the countless people who I've seen in that theater with the Jordans on. Even when people was like, hey man, he got the ones on there. So I did go in with my lost and found Jordan ones. I had to. It was for the occasion. I had to. Now, I know some of the moments in there they probably sped up, for movie purposes. You have to like speed it up. You're not gonna do a whole timeline, everything. So you just kind of like gonna put it in one. But it was really cool how they set it up. I like how they brought each character in from the interviews and stuff. It made it seem like Ben Affleck's character, which would be Phil Knight, was more in there. Like, he was in there, but it made it seem like it was just like, but it was more about Sonny and how Sonny was a basketball, had a really good basketball mind, and how he was, trying to tell them how good players, and Nike was trying to get their basketball division off the ground because Nike was more about running. They made a lot of money running, and just if you think about the cultural impact of how Michael Jordan's mom helped shape how, Jordan getting, money off each shoe being sold with his name, how the Jordan brand is now, because sometimes you tell people Jordan brand's a part of Nike, some people don't remember that, especially some people from the younger generation who just came up and just see Jordans as Jordans. Oh, you got the Jordans on, they don't really know the Nike thing until somebody explains it to them. But it's just that fact how that is a subsidiary of Nike, but because Jordan brand has become so big, a lot of people don't know that until somebody educates them on it. So before you get into the comments, like, how does nobody know it's not Nike? Not a lot of people know that stuff, okay? Some people are not really into sneakers like that. So when they see Jordan, they just see Jordan. Even if it has a Nike on the back, some people don't even pay attention because they don't care about sneakers. So you have to put that in your mindset when you watch this, and then people are like, oh my God, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. It's not a point for you to be like, oh, I knew this already. What typically people like to do. There's a moment just to see everything in the background of how Jordan brand became Jordan brand, right? Nike had its own thing. They didn't have to invest a good amount of money into one person. They could have did a whole bunch. And again, that's what the premise of the movie was. They wanted to invest in a bunch of other people, a whole budget. But Sonny said the idea was to invest all this money into one person. And as you see from what sits behind me, it pans out. I'm actually named after Michael Jordan, which is crazy. Shout out to mom. But that is the crazy part of this movie. It's all these little nuances. This movie didn't have to have Jordan in it like that. It had a good amount of Jordan. It just reminds me of a lot of these, like an old DC film. I don't remember exactly which one. I don't want to go off topic, so I will go off topic in this video. It will not make any sense. I just know me. But I remember there's a DC film about, was it Suicide Squad? That had a little bit of Batman in it. And everybody's like, well, why is Batman even in this to begin with? Is that enough Batman? Do we need more Batman? Was this enough Joker? Should have been more Joker? So all that sense of that. So this one didn't have any of that confusion. This is about the story of these guys getting Jordan into the room and trying to get him to sign with Nike, trying to talk to his parents, how his mom was so influential and strong, and how she was able to cut this deal that gave Jordan a percentage of the shoes sold, and how much she believed that he was going to be this great athlete, and he was, and everything played out. It's such a cool movie to see the development of everything in the background. So again, I would highly advise you guys to go see that film. The wife and I were trying to see Super Mario, but it just wasn't going to work out because the theater was packed, too many damn kids, and we just didn't have the patience for it. We don't have kids yet, and eventually we will, but we do not have the patience for it at the moment. So we said we're going to wait until it dies down, and then we're going to go see the Mario movie. Or if it comes on in one of these apps, well, I'm pretty sure it will. We'll see it then. But definitely, if you are a sneakerhead, if you do love the Air Jordan 1, this is a movie for you. And again, I am a Air Jordan 1 fanatic. I'm an Air Jordan 1. I'm not an Air Jordan 1 purist. I would hate to say that because a lot of people like get too in depth and hate on mids and all this. I don't really care about that. I just love a great shoe, and Air Jordan 1 is like one of my top 5 silhouettes of all time, probably even top 3. So I'm not even gonna sit there and complain. Like, I was geeked up at this movie, and it's definitely worth it. So again, this movie is definitely worth it. I would advise you guys go see this movie, especially if you love sneakers. It's a great sense of what's happening on the background and stuff, and plus it's a good little history lesson for you guys who like Jordan as well and shoes, so you guys kind of get a little info on how it was done. So again, it's your boy Sneakerhead on a Budget. I advise you guys to go see Air. Chris Tucker did his thing, Ben Affleck did his thing, Matt Damon did his thing. Everybody in that film did their thing. Can't forget the Queen, Viola Davis, who completely just tore that scene up. She was amazing. So again, guys, go see the film. It's your boy Sneakerhead on a Budget. I'll check out next time. Peace.
Hope you love all of my shit. I hope you love all of my shit.